Woo! What's going on, guys? Almost fun coming at you guys today with another video. And today we're going to be wrapping it up with the Day 3 Minicamp 2022 Detroit Lions. Last day, it was yesterday. I had to pump out this video today. I was a little bit busy yesterday. I had to do a couple podcasts. I was busy. So, before we start though, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, get all my videos. Don't forget to like and comment. Let's talk about our Detroit Lions and this minicamp. And another shout out to guys like Jeremy Reisman, Jeff Risden, Tim Twentyman, and Mike O'Hara for putting out these reports so I can get it out to you guys and we can discuss it. It was a more laid-back day on Day 3, final day of camp. Still competitive though. Goff was looking sharp out there. Hitting Josh Reynolds in stride over the top. Nice to see that with decent coverage from cornerback Will Harris. So he's finding his groove. It looks like he's finding guys like Josh Reynolds and DJ Chark, and we really like that too. Next play, Goff hits Hawkinson on a shallow cross for a touchdown. Looked off the safety too, so kind of froze the safety and found Hawkinson for a touchdown. So good job by Jared in that first team offense. Then the next drive, Goff found Josh Reynolds again on a deep ball, like hearing that, on a turkey hole throw, right into a small window. Picture perfect throw, I guess. Got into field goal range, but Riley Patterson yanked it wide left. It was a 54-yarder, so he yanked it wide left. Lots of pre-snap motion going on in this new offense, this new Ben Johnson offense, and Goff looks more than comfortable in it, so that's looking good for Goff. He likes all that stuff. He's looking sharp, looking comfortable. That's what matters the most. He's pretty much dialed in. Now the safety, with Deshaun Elliott out there injured, Kirby Joseph looked more comfortable on Thursday. Good sign. The third-round rookie out of Illinois. Thing with Joseph is, like, you know, he's trying to get comfortable in this defense, you know, and it's like daily. It's like he's getting a little better, you know, has a bad day, gets a little better, has a bad day, but that's okay, man. It's gonna happen. But Kirby Joseph was paired up with Juju Hughes, a guy that we picked up at the end of the year last year, I believe. And Hughes stood out today, or yesterday. He has good speed and coverage. He almost had a pick on Tim Boyle, but he ended up falling down to the ground. Bobby Price ended up picking off Boyle on the next play, though. So, you know, Boyle's still struggling. I don't know what's going on. He throws a pick or two or three a day, so I don't know what's going on with him. Hughes was a factor in that coverage, too, when Bobby Price made that pick. He had the guy over the top. It was nice coverage. Boyle looked off it, I guess, and tried to fit it in. And what's his name? Bobby Price had a nice pick. So CJ Moore took more of the first team reps. The other safety, more of a special teams guy, but they're trying to find that number 2 right now. He took more reps with Tracy Walker. Brady Breeze was getting in there too. You got to remember, I think Brady Breeze was a former second-round pick of the Tennessee Titans, so it could be a guy that, you know, that might get some more playing time this year. And he almost picked off Blau, I guess, too, as well. Some undrafted free agent news out there. Now we're seeing the vets and the rookies start blending in together. Wide receiver Khalil Pimpton still balling out there, this time with the second unit, so he's getting a bump up. Good to see. His quickness was really giving fits to the DBs. Looking like he's got some soft hands as well too. So only thing wrong with this guy is that his size, but he's playing very well, and he's making Antoine Randall think. So he's still, I think, you know, a practice squad guy, but, you know, at least he's balling. And then defensive tackle, kind of nose tackle, what's his name? Demetrius Taylor stood out. His lateral quicks were on display. He was shooting gaps and playing the run well, cutting down cutbacks. So you really like that as well too. They only wish, you know, Risden, I think, made a comment, was like he only wishes he was a little bit bigger because he's got some skill to him. But he's an explosive player. Josh Johnson, who's been struggling a little bit, the wide receiver out of Tulsa, had a decent day. Looks like he didn't have any drops going into Day 3. He's been struggling for a couple days, so it was nice for him to get that off his back. The backup quarterback problems continue. Boyle was more quarterback 2, I guess, yesterday, and he didn't really impress. Boyle makes his wide receivers, this according to Jeff Risen, Boyle makes his wide receivers work harder than they should. He's just throwing balls at people's knees, over their heads, on the ground. He just makes them work way too hard. And Risen really made a statement that kind of made my eyes kind of open up, and my ears perk up as well. He said he hasn't seen anything like this in 20 years on how bad, how inaccurate that Tim Boyle is, and how he makes his wide receivers work way too hard. So that's pretty big, man. 20 years, he looks that bad. I got a feeling Boyle's getting cut, guys. I just have a feeling. He's just very inaccurate. So, and then Blau wasn't that great either. His pass protection on the third team didn't really help him out, so that you can kind of look into that. Apparently, Blau's been more accurate though, and he's got the stronger arm. Last year it was Tim Boyle with the stronger arm, the better accuracy. So this year it's a whole different thing. I think Blau's going to win this quarterback 2 position. It looks like it right now. If that makes anyone feel any better, I know it's not going to make a lot of people feel better. That's just what's going on right now, and Blau seems to be in charge of that QB2 room. So let's see what happens there. Now the punt return team, they did a punt. They had a little bit of a fun time. They had Raymond, Pimpleton, and Igwebuike were all fielding punts over on another field. Jack Fox was kicking. Jugs Machine was involved too. Raymond was perfect. He caught around 30 balls. Pimpleton looked pretty clean. He did let one bounce in front of him, but he looked pretty good doing it. Igwebuike was on the Jugs Machine, and he missed 2 balls, but the balls were higher, and they were getting caught up in the wind as well too. So not bad for fielding some punts. Igwebuike maybe needs to clean up a little bit more, but he was at a little bit of a disadvantage with the strength of the Jugs Machine. So, but Fox shanked a couple balls too as well. It was a little bit of a windy day. He didn't have a great day. I think he shanked about 3 balls, so he needs to clean up a little bit too. Then they had a big man punt return competition. This involves O linemen, D linemen catching punts. And catching punts is not as easy as it sounds. That ball goes way up in the air and it comes flying down like a missile, and it's a lot harder than what you would think. But defensive tackle Demetrius Taylor was in there. He had a really nice catch. There's video of it too on Twitter, I think. Even though I'm banned on Twitter, I still get to see some of Twitter, not all of it though. Anyways, he had a great catch below his waist. He had a really nice 2-headed catch, soft hands. Sewell made a pretty nice snag too as well. Kind of caught it up here, but he caught it. It was nice. And then nose tackle Aleem McNeil looked like a baseball player. He's got that baseball background, and he just kind of snatched it out of the air. And then offensive guard Kevin Jarvis, who was really, if you watch the video, he was really, really concentrating. And he's a big dude, Kevin Jarvis. I didn't think he was that big, man. I like to know what his actual size is, but he's huge. He's humongous, and he made a really nice, easy catch and celebrated too. And then there was Dan Skipper, made a real good clean catch as well, which looked really good, and he was having some fun with it as well. Okuda was out there, but no team drills, but was on the sideline working really hard, running some sprints, working on breaking on the ball drills. Well after practice too. Risen saying you'll never be able to tell he's coming off an Achilles surgery. So that's looking good for Okuda. Progressing. That's what we want to see and hear. Pascal's injury is confirmed that it was the same injury that he suffered in December of last year when he was at Kentucky, and he missed the Citrus Bowl, he missed the Senior Bowl. He's excused from minicamp due to the injury. So to all the people saying that he doesn't want to play here, to all the people saying that it's probably his cancer is back, it's not that. It's not any of that. It's the injury he sustained last December that just passed, and he missed 2 bowl games. Man, he missed the Senior Bowl, and he missed the Citrus Bowl. So whatever that injury was, I don't even know what it was. Just all I'm hearing is leg injury. That's it. Lower extremity. So I don't know if it's a groin, if it's a knee, if it's a foot, an ankle, but it's something on his leg. So we got that out of the way. That's done. He does want to be here. Shane Zylstra, the pretty much the free agent kid that we picked up last year, the wide receiver / tight end. He's a tight end in Detroit. Got into the end zone again on the first team offense. By the way, I'm really rooting for this kid. I think he's a really good weapon I think he's a nice weapon. He was a problem in college. Went to a small school, but he was a problem. He was a wide receiver in college, a big wide receiver. And he has some ability, man. And then there was some fun ribbing going on with Aiden Hutchinson. They had Raymond trying to adjust the mic on the media session. Raymond's short, like 5'7", 5'8". I don't even know if he's that big. He might be maybe a little taller, but he's small compared to Aiden Hutchinson, who's 6'6", 6'7". And they were having some fun there, and they were trying to adjust the mic. And then Tracy Walker was walking by as well. And he asked Aiden Hutchinson, how does it feel to be Aiden Hutchinson? And Hutchinson was like, get out of here. Just having some camaraderie, playing around. So that's a good feel too. And then there was a foot race. That happened at the end of practice. At one point, running backs Jamar Jefferson and undrafted free agent from San Diego State, Greg Bell, approximately ran a 40-yard dash. Greg Bell won that. I don't know by how much. All it said was Bell won. Not in attendance, though, with guys like Pascal I talked about, defensive tackle John Penasini, and center Ryan McCollum. McCollum's pretty much new here, new to the list, maybe getting some treatment. Tommy Kramer actually jumped in as that third-team center for Ryan McCollum. Had one bad snap, but was pretty clean for the rest of the practice. Not practicing, but in attendance, guys like tight end James Mitchell, he's hurt. Tight end Derek Deese, he's still hurt. Don't know what his problem is, but he's banged up. Wide receiver Jamison Williams, we know his problem with the ACL. Wide receiver Chark again. That's 2 in a row, I think, for Chark. Defensive end Romeo Aguara. He's still coming off injury. Linebacker Natrez Patrick. I think that's 2 days in a row for him as well. And then quarterback safety Ifiedo Melifonwu. He had that leg wrapped the other day. Cornerback Jerry Jacobs coming off an injury, and then safety Deshaun Elliott with he's missed 3 days in a row. It seems like the one that I'm kind of concerned about is obviously Elliott. He's supposed to be this number 2 safety, and then wide receiver Chark. I think that's 2 days in a row for Chark. Don't quote me on that, but I thought he missed yesterday too as well. I think he did. So that's 2 days in a row. Might be more than a rest day now. So maybe he tweaked a little bit of something. We'll find out more about it. But these guys probably won't be around for a bit now, because next week I believe is OTAs again, and it's voluntary. So I don't know if Chark's going to be back in the building until training camp. So we'll see. Jonah Jackson came back limited. He had his arm wrapped the other day too. Came back. He was limited though, but he did majority of the snaps. And then Decker as well, limited but played majority of snaps, some snaps or whatever. But it was the first time that the starting 5 of Decker, Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Big V, Vaitai, and then Penei Sewell all were together doing full speed drills. So that's great for chemistry, great for team unity. You like hearing stuff like that. And then really, it wasn't really. It was kind of a laid back day. It seemed like. The reports I got, the last thing, they were testing out some arms. Not the quarterbacks though. It wasn't none of those guys involved. They were kind of doing some trickery, whatever you want to call it. Running backs, tight ends, wide receivers were getting involved in this. Godwin Igwebuike probably had the best arm of the day, or best arm of the drill, whatever, on that particular day. And Khalif Raymond was talking up guys like Trinity Benson, saying that he thinks he's the most consistent guy out there, as well as he was giving props to Josh Reynolds and Amon-Ra St. Brown, kind of referring to St. Brown. He was shocked that his arm was that well, that it was that good. So props to guys like Benson and Reynolds and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And really that's it, guys. It was it's a quicker video. But that's the stuff that came out. That's the stuff I'm going to report. So really not a lot. We'll get more as this goes on, but that's the video, guys. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, get all my videos, and don't forget to like and comment. Let's talk about the minicamp. It's all wrapped up. Now we got some OTAs next week. We'll talk about that too. I think it's going to be mostly younger players coming in. I think the veterans don't have to show up or something like that. There's something like some guys have to show up, some guys don't. I believe, and I think the rookies have to pretty much come, and the younger guys, but some vets can take the time off. So we'll see who shows up, who doesn't, and we'll talk about that. But like and comment, guys. It's one pride. Go Lions. Boom.